I'm sketching today at the Lynch Heavy Plant Warehouse in Stanmore, where Boris Johnson is due to give a speech. It's not necessarily about getting close up to the candidates, it's more capturing the general ambience of the scene. This is quite an interesting location with all these huge diggers.
What has happened in London in the last 5 years or so has been truly remarkable. 5 years ago everybody was saying the whole thing was over for our city. It was going to be the wealth and power and influence would migrate to Shanghai, Dubai, Mumbai, and bye-bye London. That was the story. Today it's been completely reversed. This is, as I say, this is incontestably the financial, cultural, artistic, commercial capital.
I might have to put a bit more laughter into the audience, because he was deploying his classic humour, wasn't he? I'm not necessarily just concentrating on what he's saying, it's how he's saying it and where he is and how the audience are reacting. Well, I'm hoping later to go on a bit of a walkabout with my sketchbook with Mr. Johnson and get some drawings of him interacting with the public, which I think is something he specialises in. The stuff I want to do is as much about public reaction to the politicians as it is about their message and their presence and their personality and their general operation. It's about how it's received. My basic modus operandi is to find a decent spot to scope the whole scene, and from there kind of expand the operations, work out if I can wander around a location. You have to manoeuvre fairly swiftly, especially with these walkabouts. On this campaign trail, you get a lot of the public asking for selfies, and they want to capture a moment. I'm capturing a moment as well.
Party for Britain, UKIP. No, traitors to the country. Tories and Labour, all the same. You vote for the same. Vote for a real party.
There have been a few lively interjections from individuals whose opinions conflict. You get one or two things like that, but they're not disruptive.
Yeah, thanks for having me along.
Good luck. We're very impressed.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Learned a lot, that was, I wish more children.
Campaign, or you with the mayor's campaign?
No, I'm up to date for President.
Oh, you are? Oh, okay. Okay. This morning I've come to Ridley Road Market, Dalston, Kingsland, where Natalie Bennett, the Green Party leader, is doing a walkabout and some interviews amongst all the fruit and veg and the noisy butchers. There are 100 or so, or maybe 80 to 100 stalls here selling all sorts of fruit and veg, and this makes a good backdrop.
Years ago, how much this is the cheapest place to buy, good food. We think supermarkets are cheaper actually as well. Hi, sorry, I'm Natalie Bennett, Green Party leader. I've got quite a crew at home. So how long have you been a stallholder here?
I've been a stallholder 45 years. you know, obviously over the years we've always tried to run our market alongside the council, and then obviously it's a battle, you know. Yeah. Some other markets in other boroughs, and they're allowed to sort of like work alongside their council and obviously achieve what's the best for that particular
I think the NHS campaigners really deserve credit for that, actually.
Exactly. When you think about it, we're coming a long way from 2010. I mean, tax evasion and avoidance wasn't.
Sometimes it becomes about the candidate. Other times, you know, the backdrop takes over. And you might even meet individuals who are more charismatic and characterful than the candidates themselves. I'm using the sketches for three purposes. First of all, just as things in their own right, as a kind of record of that just says I was there and this happened. And then secondly, I add colour to them at the studio, and I'm posting them on a kind of diary that Westminster are running about where I've been and my experience of covering the general election as the election artist. And then thirdly, there's a lot in the drawings that I can lift out and which will inform the finished piece of work that I'm going to make to embody the whole campaign period.